Hello everyone, I'm the Guide to Truth, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading to figure out if whomever you're in a relationship with, or if you have someone of interest that you want to be in a relationship with and you just want to figure out if you guys are meant to be. So to begin, what we're going to do is I would first meditate and take a deep breath in and out, and do that for like 5 minutes. I would say about 5 minutes is good. And just do it to a point where you can, I guess, relax your body and relax your mind, and everything is just seems to be flowing clearly for you. And ask yourself which card you should choose. Thinking about the person and thinking of like if you guys are meant to be together, asking that question in your head, and also asking the universe to show you or present to you which set of cards will basically describe what you need to know. And I would highly suggest you, usually what happens is the first number that comes to your head between 1 to 4 is usually the one that you should probably go with, because that's most likely what your intuition is telling you. And even if your intuition tells you more than one number, like it could tell you 2 or 3 or even all 4 numbers, so you could probably see all 4 numbers. Just trust it and believe that the universe is going to guide you the right way, and that they are leading your steps and guiding you towards what it is you truly seek to know. So, once you've done that, now I am going to begin reading the set of cards. Each set of cards displayed will be presented right next to me in the screen right next to me. And this is a general reading for these cards. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then yeah, it is just a general reading. But that is why I have the cards displayed next to me, so that whatever your interpretation is, that's what you go with, even if it doesn't resonate with what I'm saying. So without further ado, we shall begin. The decks I'll be using are a manga tarot deck, by what is her name? It is by Barbara Moore. There's the book of it, but this is like what they are. I'm using this, and I'm using the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. This deck right here. And I'll also be using this deck, Messages from the guides, from the spirit guides as well. In all 4 sets of cards. So yeah, those are the cards I'll be using. So let's begin. So this is for set 1. So set 1. So message from the guides, messages from your guides is, for this set, is be of service. And what be of service basically means is basically the reason why I like these cards is very straight to the point. Be of service, basically there is we're meant to serve each other. We're meant to help enhance the world and make it a better place, not to come here, like our soul wasn't brought here to hinder it or to make it worse. And as it relates to if you're meant, you guys meant, my tongue's getting twisted, go on. If you're meant to be with whomever it is your person of interest is, what I do see is that in that aspect that you guys serve each other. So whoever you're thinking about, you feel that they are, they either serve you or they're compassionate for the community, or they do a lot for the community, I guess. Like they're a humanitarian type deal, like they may feed the homeless, or like they may, what I'm feeling is, that is basically what I guess you like about them, and what you guys, if you guys were to be together, I do feel that is what would most likely, is what would be created with you guys, is you guys would basically service the world in a way. But I can't really say much more about it until I see the other cards. So the next set of cards is the Angel cards from Angel Doreen. Doreen Virtue, sorry. So the first card is 10 of Air. And that card says, the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. Okay? So that basically means that, basically what I get from this card is that you've had bad relationships in the past prior, and basically you're tired of always meeting the same people or the same type of person that keeps breaking your heart or doing you wrong or not doing for you, or not, basically not enhancing you, but more tearing you down and making you feel belittled or worse than you were before you even joined in the relationship, or even, like you just feel hopeless in a way. But it's only for your better good. The relationships you were in prior are only to prepare you for the one that you're meant to be in. And I think we all get confused with relationships that we're in currently. If it doesn't work out, we don't embrace we don't let go of that relationship because we believe in our heads that it's meant to be. It's supposed to, like, we're supposed to stay with this person, we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to do that. But if it was meant to be, then it wouldn't be ending, in my opinion. If it was meant to be, then you wouldn't have to force yourself to try to be or stay in this relationship. Basically, you're resisting the change of you just not being able to be with this person anymore. So with that card, with the 10 of Air, what it's saying is that basically you're reaching a point where you're leaving all that behind, and now you're starting to look for hope. Basically, you're looking for a new relationship. And don't worry, everything will come together when I reach the end of the set of cards. The next card is the Lover's card, of course, which is very good if you're talking about if you're meant to be. So that already basically confirms that you are. And I don't even think I have to go into that card, but yeah, you guys are, there is going to be a relationship, basically. A relationship is going to flourish from this. Basically, whoever it is you're thinking about, you chose set one, the first set of cards, then there's a relationship that's going to happen. And the last card from the Angel card deck is the Knight of Air. And that basically, it could be talking about the person you're thinking about, or it could be talking about you, or it could just be talking about the situation itself. But apparently it is intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. I do feel that as it relates to the Be of Service card, I feel that they are idealistic and very decisive. I do feel that. And the card also talks about events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options and creative solutions. So, what I am feeling that this probably could be a soulmate or a twin flame that you're thinking about, is what I'm feeling, that this most likely could be, the one you're meant to be with. But just because it is the one doesn't mean that everything is gonna be roses and flowers. Of course, with any relationship, it requires us to put forth, I wouldn't even call it work, but just put forth the common courtesy of one another to know that in order to love somebody unconditionally, you have to be able to withstand within a given amount. You have to stay within your morals, but also understand that everybody is on their own particular journey, and no one is going to be set the way you are set. And you just have to accept every single part of them in a way. If this is who you truly love, if you can unconditionally love that person and every part of their personality or their being or whatever, then yeah, this is it. But all those cards together, the Ten of Air, the Lover's card, the Knight of Air, basically all together just tells me that basically you've had a bad past, and now a bad luck with relationships in the past, but now things seem to be coming together. This person you're thinking of, you're developing a relationship with, and you guys are very good for one another. And yeah, you guys are just very, basically what I see is that you guys are very compatible as far as because of, how can I put it, your experiences, and because of the way you interact with one another. It's like, I feel there's a mutual respect for one another as well. You feel respected, you feel loved, and you feel appreciated. And yeah. And the final cards is the last tarot deck is the Manga Tarot deck. So the two cards that I have are the Four of Coins and the Seven of Coins. And basically the coins is of manifestation. What I get is that basically someone is saving up for something. I feel that someone is saving for marriage. Basically, yeah, someone is saving up either to become stable within their finances before moves are made, or it's telling you to become stable with your finances, or not even with finance, but stability in everything in your life. And also what I do see is that one of you, if you're in a relationship, one of you might be saving for marriage, or you guys are getting ready to be married. And yeah, and with patience, yeah, that's basically something big is gonna happen, and you just have to be patient. Something is being withheld. It could also mean that emotions are being withheld, like you may not know how they feel, but you just have to be patient. Basically, because the connection is so strong between whomever it is you're thinking about, it's going to happen. So just keep the faith and just be patient. Don't try to force anything. Just go with the flow, live your life, and focus on yourself. Don't focus on that person. Focus on you and building yourself up to prepare yourself for whatever is coming to you. Even if it isn't the person you're thinking about, whatever it is, someone big is coming into your life, and it's gonna be great, basically. I could explain it all day, but it's gonna be very good. You feel connected, you feel loved, and you feel like you could be a better person, and that is all that we can ask for. But I do feel this could be a soulmate or a twin flame relationship. So yeah, so if you chose set one, basically, yeah, it's meant to be. You're meant to be. So, congrats. So, yeah, so that is it for set one. So, set two. The Messenger's card is practice moderation. What I feel coming from this card is basically, so what the card means is that too much of a good thing is a bad thing, basically. And yeah, practice moderation. Practice moderation with everything in life, basically having balance. What I do feel is that there's someone that has a sexual addiction, either you or them. Someone has a sexual addiction, and I feel you're probably thinking about, some of you may be thinking about an ex that basically did a lot of cheating because of this addiction, or it probably was you who did the, I guess, cheating, or whomever. But I feel that someone was addicted to sex. There's a lot of sexual energy. Yeah, but let me get more clarity with the other cards. So the angel cards are Awakening, and that card says, look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill, it's important to be yourself. The next card is the Knight of Fire, and that card says, a sudden event that needs immediate attention, time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And the next card is the Page of Water, and that card says, a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Okay. So, what I feel with the angel cards, and with, I feel that there's some infidelity. Some of you might be thinking of someone that is either married or with somebody else right now, or you're probably the one with somebody else, and you're asking about the person that is that you're cheating with, or not cheating, but rather having an affair with. And basically, what I also feel is that if this is an ex ordeal, basically, what the cards are telling me is that you're reaching a point where you can, I guess, where you see an understanding as to why things happened the way they did. Basically, I see things coming together and working out for you, and you guys do getting back together, or you guys might be having an affair with one another. Not affair, but you guys may be still, you guys still keep in contact, and I do feel it's sexual as well. And now those buildings are now building back up. Those feelings are now building back up within you, and basically you're falling back in love with them. And I do feel that it's mutual, but someone's afraid. Someone's afraid, basically, to get back in there because they're afraid to get hurt again. But I do feel that this is, if changes are made and perspectives are changed, and you basically make the effort to actually do the work of, I guess, building yourself up and learning more about yourself, and being able to say no and stand firm on what you know is right for yourself, and standing firm on your morals, then this will work out. But basically, with either situation, whether you are in an affair or you're with your ex, I feel it's all based off of you, based on how you react and your actions. If it is an affair, you just have to learn. Basically, what's centered around this, I feel, it's trust. You have to trust them, and you have to trust one another, and that's the only way it's gonna actually work. And if you don't, if you come in with the same routine as you did before, and nothing has changed, then nothing is going. If you haven't changed and they haven't changed, then the relationship will be the same, and it'll be a waste of time. So basically, yeah, consider things and listen to your intuition. Listen to what your heart is saying. Don't be afraid to, I guess, express what's in your heart, because it's important. You feel what you feel because it's important. It's like, it's there for a reason. It's who you are. It makes up the trueness and the fullness of who you are. So embrace your feelings, embrace your heart, embrace love, embrace everything that this world has to offer you, and what you have to offer yourself. And the final cards that I get are from the manga deck is the Judgment card. And I get 3 cups. What I get that basically there was, whomever this person is that you're thinking of, basically you are meant to be together. They were supposed to, or you even were supposed to be together. There's supposed to be lessons learned. It's supposed to introduce you to a higher calling, or even to introduce you. Basically, there's something that was supposed to be expressed in this, and there is. I do feel there's a family involved. If you have a family, so this could be an infidelity as well, and I also see a third party. So this very well could be an infidelity, but it also could be a calling to get married or to become married with each other and full of a celebration. I still feel it's still based off of you, but for the most part, it seems that it is meant to be. So whomever you're thinking about, yeah, it's meant to be. You just have to make sure you go in it with a clear head, clear mind and body and spirit and all that mumbo jumbo. Okay. The guidance card is abundance is your right. That's basically very self-explanatory, so let me just get the other card. The angel cards are the dreamer, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities, renewal, review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. And then the moon, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Okay, and the final cards are the 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So if you chose set 3, I feel that this can also go 2 ways. So I sense that there may be financial issues if you are with this person. You guys may be arguing a lot, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot going on basically. That's stressing you guys out. If you're not, if you're single, there's still basically a lot going on, and it's just hard to juggle things. It's hard to be centered and within the moment and enjoy what it is you have right now. You feel lost, and basically you're on this search to basically discover who you are, and are basically following your dreams. And I do feel that there is a point in time where you were, and then you got into this relationship and you let all that go because you basically had to sacrifice for a family. I do feel this is for some woman. I do feel this is a feminine, it's a lady or whatever. It's like one of you may be a woman. Well, some of you, majority of you may be a woman, that may be experiencing this. And you gave up all that, and that's also a stress, and you feel overwhelmed, and you feel unhappy, and you feel that this isn't it. That's why you're here. You feel that this isn't the right relationship for you, and you're basically afraid to let this go. I also feel that this could be a toxic relationship as well, that you don't feel appreciated. You actually feel like you're being taken advantage of in a way. And but I feel that all this needs is you guys to communicate. Someone needs to talk to one another instead of jumping to conclusions and making your own conclusions, thinking you know everything that's going on, because we all like to assume the worst. Well, not assume the worst, but we all make our own assumptions, and it's usually not based out of reality of what the reality is for that other person. That's why we all have different realities, because we all have different perspectives on everything. And because in this particular situation, because no one is communicating, I feel there's more fighting and arguing rather than communicating, then it's hindering everything. And I do feel that you guys are working it out now, or things are being worked out, but it's only if you guys decide to move past the past and strive to make a better future and take care of yourself as well. Is what I feel is that you have to start putting yourself first. If this is going to work, and stop putting yourself to the wayside. You're allowed to be happy, you're allowed to have whatever it is you want and desire, and you're allowed to have everything that this life has to offer. And I do feel as well like that you have to let go of your burdens and your passion, well, not your passions, but let go of that energy of conflict or wanting to fight back with everything, and just give it back to the universe to dissolve. And you try to make strides to create a new beginning for you and your family. And if you're single, just make strides for yourself. But as far as you and the person of interest that you're thinking about, if you guys are meant to be together, I feel that you guys are, you just don't see it. Is what I see. Is you guys are, but you're not realizing it. You're keeping yourself in the dark per se, rather than coming out into the light and realizing, hey, I'm not perfect either, and I may have done things to, I guess, cause this relationship to go awry, or to reach a place that it is now where I'm not happy. So, all in all, for this one, I do feel that this is more so, that it will work once you decide to make it work, basically. So, yeah. So if you're meant to be, yeah, if you want to be, basically. Last set of cards, set 4. This is for set 4 each. The cards are Journey Within. Angel card is 2 of Air, 9 of Air, and 3 of Water. And then the last set of cards is 8 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So what I get from these set of cards is that there's a truth that you're not facing. Basically, the reason why you're even watching this video is because you already feel in your heart that it's not, but there's something that you want to confirm. There's something that you're afraid to leave this relationship. Like you're already in a relationship, or you're probably not even in a relationship, but you're considering or thinking about somebody that you know is not good for you in a way, but there's something about them that you keep holding on to. And basically, or you're settling for less. And what these cards are telling me is that basically I feel that this is a toxic situation. Basically, someone is cheating. Basically, this is a very miserable situation. And what the cards are saying is that you need to follow your heart, and or else things are going to continue or repeat itself. You're going to keep being in the same situations until you decide that enough is enough and I deserve better. And I'm no longer going to allow myself to stay in a situation where I know I'm not happy or being taken care of or even considered. Yeah, and if you're the one who's cheating and you're having an infidelity or whatever, and you're asking about your partner in the infidelity, that's not going to work as well. Because all it's going to do, once again, is going to recreate the patterns. And basically, I feel you need to figure out what it is you truly want, and if you've done everything that you can possibly do to get what it is that you want and desire. If you are in a relationship, did you do as much as you can to make the relationship work? Or are you just basically taking the easy way out and just running away from facing the reality of what you've done as well? But I do feel that whomever it is you're thinking about with these set of cards, that it's not, you need to basically let go and move on and do what's in the best interest of your heart, or else things will continue to go the same way until you learn the lesson that is being presented to you. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have everything that you dream of, and you deserve to be in a relationship with someone who does love you the same way you do, the same way you love them, or rather even more. And it's this feeling of, I feel there's no one else for me, or we always make excuses for why we stay in situations that aren't healthy for us. But there has to be a point where we have to decide, you have to decide that your happiness is much more important than being with someone who doesn't give a shit about you. And you have to love yourself enough to know that you deserve better, because how can you then expect someone to love you if you can't even love yourself enough to know that you don't deserve to be put through the type of stress and strife and misery that this person gives you? You deserve to be happy, and you deserve better. So as far as this being meant to be, if you chose step 4, that's a hell to the motherfucking lot. But I do want to leave you guys with some encouragement, that all in all, listen to your heart and know your heart knows what it wants. And because your heart is connected to your spirit, your soul. And if it's not happy, or if it doesn't feel good, then it ain't good. And you have every right to leave. You have the control to do whatever it is you need to do to make yourself happy, despite what other people may think. We live our lives based off of what we believe other people think we should do, or what other people might think of us, or how other people, we always consider other people's opinions and thoughts and how they would react, but that is not our issue. We can't control how they act, or we can't control anyone else but ourselves. And that's who we should be focused on. That's where most of our efforts and work and everything else should be put on, is ourselves. And the rest will work out for itself. I hope you guys enjoy. This is my first video, so I apologize if it was a little, but I hope you guys can stick with me, and I do hope you guys follow, subscribe, and like. And if you also want to book a personal reading with me, a one-on-one private reading with me, you can go on liketheway.com and look for Steven or Steve, and yeah, book an appointment, or you can email me at theguidedtruth 222@gmail.com. All that information is down below in the description box. So I'm gonna be doing videos every Thursday, and I'm also gonna be doing live readings where on here where you basically come on live and give you ask a question and I give you the answer live, and that's gonna be done every Friday around at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to building this community and embracing and spreading this message of love and hope and prosperity, and basically making all your dreams come true. And so until next time, my loves, peace.